Good morning. So in a few hours time, we are going to get an update. So that is in about 5 or 6 hours. And this will be for patch 1.0.5. And in this patch, there is a ton of exciting bug fixes. So I'm going to go through those just so that you don't have to read them yourself. First of all, I'm going to invite you to subscribe, because subscribing means that you'll keep up to date with all the latest news, tips, tricks, and guides for New World. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. But if you don't want to hit that subscribe button, just hit that thumbs up icon, and then YouTube will recommend my content when it feels it's relevant for you. So let's jump straight into it. So coin sellers is the first issue that they have addressed. So what they've said is, we know many of you have seen the pesky chat messages from players spamming messages, and we're continuing to investigate solutions to this issue. We discovered that many coin sellers were creating new characters and transferring money to other accounts. To combat this, we've banned and suspended many of the reported accounts. Thank you for your reports for players spamming chat. Added restrictions to prevent player-to-player trading and currency transfer from characters under level 10 or whose account is less than 72 hours old. Logging in after your account is 72 hours old will enable your ability to trade and transfer currency once you've hit level 10. Redistributed coin value from some early quests to later in the main story quest line, keeping the total amounts of coins earned the same, just delivering the quest slightly later. Trading post usage will be restricted until new characters accept the Introduction to Trading Post quest in their first settlement. We will monitor the impact this has on the bots and the health of the game, and continue to adjust as necessary. Now, personally, I think this is a great step, but I don't think it's going to solve the problem. But good on them for working on it, and I hope to see more improvements in the future. Now, let's move on to exploits. So, fixed a bug where players were able to duplicate items via storage sheds and crafting stations. We fixed the issue of gold duplicating on territory projects we introduced by disabling trading, and made sure it would not occur in the future should we need to disable trading again. So that's fab that they've actually fixed that. Now let's move on to combat. So Life Staff Orb of Protection. So they've removed the small area of effects that were triggering on pass-through from every hit of the base version of Orb of Protection. AoE no longer triggers on pass-through from Aegis upgrade. It will only trigger on impact against an enemy or object now. Reduced attribute respec coin cost by 60%. Reduced weapon mastery respec as off cost by 75%. Reduced coin cost of chisels by 20 to 50% depending on tier. To encourage competition in Outpost Rush, we've slightly reduced the coin and Azoth rewards for the losing team. We have surfaced the war conflict progress bars on the map and the faction board when there is an upcoming invasion, as you can still gain war conflict for your faction. Identical weapon equipping. Players can no longer equip the same weapon type in both weapon slots. We want each weapon slot to have a different weapon type to open up combat diversity. This change also addresses the issue which could occur when swapping between weapons of the same type. Group scaling passives. Fixed issues which could cause passive effects that scaled on the number of nearby foes, such as Bloodlust, that's the Great Axe, Against All Odds, which is the Hatchet, and Outnumbered, which is the Warhammer, to apply incorrectly. Spell strike consistency. Fixed issues which cause several magic spells such as Ice Storm and Gravity Well to not hit consistently. The Resilient item perk fixed an issue that caused this perk to reduce all damage instead of just damage from critical hits. PvP flagging fixed an issue that allowed PvP and PvE players to heal each other. So these are a lot of exciting changes, and I'm glad that they've managed to fix all of the issues with the weapons. And I think they're probably going to see an increase in gem purchasing now when people realize the Onyx gem is not as super fab as it used to be. So that's pretty cool. And I was really pleased to see that the attribute respec has been reduced by 60%, because previously it was costing, I think it was 500 gold to respec at level 60. So that is fantastic. It's going to open up so many more possibilities and avenues for trying out different specs. You know, you'll be able to change more frequently, more on the go, and tailor it to the experience that you're wanting to have. So I'm super excited about that. So, big thanks to Amazon for balancing that, basically. Okay, moving on to Outpost Rush. Fix an issue that was allowing players to get out of the starting fort before the match starts. We now prevent multiple players from interacting with the altar in Outpost Rush. This will prevent players from getting multiple summon tokens per 500 Azoth. Fix an issue that sometimes caused the nameplates of summoned allies to appear hostile. Fix an issue that was causing Battle Bread, the food buff in Outpost Rush, to be twice as effective as intended. Updated the tooltip for Battle Bread and Monster Slayer's Stew to properly describe the buffs they provide. Fix an issue that could cause players to become stuck in a teleport loop if they teleported out of Outpost Rush while using /unstuck. And this is pretty awesome. Some of these bugs I wasn't even aware of, so that it kind of explains why there's been so many brutes. I just thought people were just like proper focused on a strategy, and it seems like they were just exploiting a bug. So I'm pretty excited about that. So it should be interesting to see how the game plays out with all the changes that they've made, the balance changes to this game. Now, onto the general bug fixes. These are still a little bit interesting. So, fix an issue that prevented some people from joining Outpost Rush because they had a pending group invite. Repair kits should no longer require coin to use. Fix an issue that sometimes caused players to use the wrong consumable when using consumables from the inventory screen. Fixed various issues with invasion status showing before the invasion was declared. Updated missing text for on-login pop-up explaining house tax compensation. Fix an issue allowing magic weapons to animation cancel their primary attacks with weapon swap or targeting spells, causing rate of fire to be faster than intended. Fix an issue that caused Ice Gauntlet upgrade pylon dodge to only work immediately after you place the ice pylon. Fix an issue that could cause a player to lose their house while offline during maintenance. In a future update, we will be reimbursing the players who encountered this issue. Exact details about the reimbursement will be in the corresponding update notes. Fix an issue with enemy AI duplicating and stacking spawns during the quest Shivering Timbers. Fix an issue that allowed players to initiate a server transfer if they were in the tutorial. Fix an issue causing the trading post to become unresponsive or delayed. Improved server performance when a large number of players congregate in settlements. Fix an issue that caused some territory influence to not be properly recognised when lots of players turned in PvP missions simultaneously. Fix an issue causing some player titles to show as uninitialized. Fix an issue where some players could be stuck while fishing with lag. Fix the UI notification for landing in a hotspot while fishing. Fix a localization issue where bonus crafting percentages for tools were displaying as 0% for non-English languages. Fix the time in Europe to properly account for the changes from CEST to CET. Fix an issue preventing gear score to increase past 589 from drop rewards. And finally, we have the speculative fixes. The fixes below are tentative fixes and mitigations. Our goal is to get these changes out and see if the issue persists so we can continue to work on them and address in a future update if necessary. Implemented a change to help us dig into the timed out while waiting for server to describe world issue, and added a fix to reduce occurrences of this issue while we continue to investigate. Thanks for your support. We'll see you in Eternum. So we have a ton of fixes there, and some people will be happy and some people will be sad. But I think overall this has been for the betterment of the game, as a lot of these issues were causing an incredibly unbalanced experience. So what are your thoughts on these? Is there any particular point that they have fixed which you think is significant, that you are super happy about? And are there any fixes that you're a little bit peeved about? Because, for example, like using the hatchet and the great axe and the warhammer with those extra buffs and the food, it kind of made like a very high damage, fast-paced game. It may not have been great for everyone on the receiving end, but I'm sure a lot of people were having a lot of fun with that. So let me know in the comments. Okay, so check out this video and then I'll see you in the next one.